Here are your notes for surface area of a sphere. So we have the same diagram that we did for volume. Our formula though is different because it's surface area. This is area, not volume. Area is always going to be squared. Volume is always going to be cubed. So we have SA equals 4 times pi times radius squared. Surface area is the area around the surface of the sphere or the outside. Volume is the area inside of a sphere. So surface area is the area outside, volume is the area inside. Your first example here, we're practicing with a radius of 6 centimeters. So we plug 6 in for our radius and make sure to square it. 6 squared is 6 times 6, which gives us 36 here. And then we multiply these three numbers together and get 452.16 centimeters squared. Make sure you're writing SA and that you're putting squared. Go ahead and pause the video. Resume when you're ready to continue. Our next example is using a diameter of 8 inches. When we have a diameter of 8 inches, remember we need to use a radius in our formula, so we have to cut this number in half. So when we're showing our work, in place of our radius squared, it's not going to say 8 squared, it's going to say 4 squared, because 4 is half of 8. 4 squared is not 8, but instead 4 times 4, which gives us 16. We multiply these three numbers together, and we get 200.96 inches squared. Make sure to pause in between each of these examples so that you can get them written down as I'm speaking about them. Our next one, we have a sphere with a line going straight across with 15.6 inches as its measurement. Because it's going all the way across, it is a diameter and we need to cut it in half by dividing it by 2. When we do that, our radius over here becomes 7.8 squared. 7.8 times 7.8 gives us 60.84 here. We multiply these three numbers together and get 764.15 inches squared. For this example, we have a sphere with a line going from the center out to one side measured at 7 centimeters. This is a radius, so we plug 7 in for our radius, and we have 7 squared. 7 squared is 7 times 7, which is 49. We multiply these three numbers together, we get 615.44 centimeters squared. Go ahead and pause the video until you're ready to continue. So last, we have a sphere that has a line going all the way across, and this is in fact a diameter of 3 miles, which means we need to cut it in half. So we take 3, divide by 2, and we get 1.5 squared for our radius squared. 1.5 times 1.5 gives us 2.25. We multiply these three numbers together and get 28.26 miles squared. Go ahead and pause the video when you finish, and this is the notes for today.